showtime.
Hey everybody, I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb.
And we're the Streeters.
Welcome to the RDRV channel and tonight's Q&A, where you can ask us questions about stained glass.
Or any other kind of glass for that matter. And
Yeah.
It's Monday night and everybody, Ed's happy to be back.
Yeah, we're happy to be here and welcome everyone. If you have any questions, just put them in the chat and we'll be happy to answer your questions.
We sure will. We missed everybody. I think we had a pretty good little chat last week, and everybody popping in, chiming in on us last week was awesome. So thanks again for tuning in last week, everybody. It was really nice.
It was good to see everyone or hear everyone or know everyone was here. That was the good part.
Yeah, it was good to know that everyone was here.
So while we're waiting on people to pop in and ask questions, we've got a few questions that came in this week. So we could start with those.
We could do that, Barb. We could go ahead and start with those, and then we'll see if somebody.
Mark is here.
Hey, Mark. Good evening. Good to see you.
Good to see everyone.
Time change.
Yeah, I know. Time change. I hope that didn't mess people up. Kind of messed up our lighting a little bit. So we might have to adjust the lighting some because
as we go.
As the sun goes down. So someone asked, can stained glass be hung outside?
Of course it can. Yeah, it can be put outside. Of course, you know the weather's gonna oxidize it like crazy.
Yep.
However, most of what I see outside is usually copper foil stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And because it tends not to move as much as lead, and it also I think it weathers better than the lead does, and that's just my opinion, but I think that hanging a copper foil piece outside weathers much nicer than the lead windows do.
Yeah, and you want to make it stationary, keep it away from falling limbs and
baseballs and golf balls and chipping out in the yard, chipping and putting so it's.
So hello everyone that's here. Mark is here, CM is here, Brenda's here, Ray is here, and me, Mike P is here. So hi everyone.
Hey, it's good to see
Mary
y'all.
Beth is here. I hope y'all brought your questions.
Thanks for chiming in tonight with us.
Yeah, Mimi's here too. Hi everyone. I hope
that's awesome.
I hope the sun is shining where you are today. The sun finally came out after several days of cloudy weather
and cold weather. For South Carolina, it was cold. It was in the 20s. So
I had to cover my plants. I have two banana plants I just planted, so I had to put pillowcases
and
over.
We looked all over for those banana plants, so we were not letting them perish
as they get 10
in the
feet
frost.
tall.
And they're on the front porch, and they look so gorgeous when they start to really get big. So
yeah. So okay, so we had another question about stained glass, and the question was, can stained glass be tempered?
No, because of its chemical makeup. The people that own the tempering facilities, and I've asked them to try and temper the glass before for us, and it can't do it. When you're tempering glass, float glass has a different chemical makeup for it. And when you're tempering glass, the tempering oven goes up to about 1147 degrees. And most of your art glass has already started to bend at that temperature, and then it's cooled rapidly, both top and bottom, with fan forced air. They're actually like they're turbines from a jet engine is what blows on it. And the art glass end of it, CD glass, always have people wanting to, what you have to keep in mind are the codes for art glass is you're allowed up to about a 6-inch by 6-inch square piece of glass. It should be the largest piece of glass that you should insert in each individual panel in your stained glass window. You can't, big stuff right here, somebody will push it out or whatever. The whole idea
especially in public places.
Yeah. And the whole idea behind art glass is that it's multiple pieces, multiple colors with beautiful designs. So
Okay, so
But no, you can't temper that particular like Wismec, Kokomo, and all them. You can't temper them.
Brenda said she had an event canceled because of the weather. I think a lot of people, that happened to a lot of people. So sorry about that, Brenda. Hope they had a rain date. And Mary Beth said she's getting ready to start her first stained glass window. Is it better to do lead or zinc?
Oh, do lead. Don't do zinc. Zinc will make you not want to go back to doing stained glass
If it's
for your first
all,
window.
yeah, if it's all straight lines, you could get by with it, but
You
you're
don't
not
want
going to be able
be,
to. You're going to have to set up a completely different way.
Yeah, and you're gonna really when you're bending zinc, you really need to have a cane bender. So there's little other tools that you need to be working with zinc, but I think you'll find do the lead, and zinc. It should, really shouldn't be put indoors because it's too rigid. It doesn't move. And I don't even put zinc around the outside of my windows to hang them from. I prefer to use lead around the outside and also to frame them and then hang them from the frame.
Okay. And Mary Beth wanted to know, can she do copper foil in the center of the stained glass window, or does she have to do, looks like the letters in zinc? And I think that you mean lead, because your zinc, you're not going to be wanting to work with zinc actually on the inside of your window. The zinc would be used for the outside trim if that's what you intend to do, but it would be lead and or copper foil.
Yeah.
Those are the two mediums you would use for your stained
and
glass.
You can
window.
mix the copper foil and the lead together.
Right,
So if you want to copper foil the center, if it's really intricate, and then do your outside in lead, go right ahead.
Good questions, though.
Yeah, really good questions. Just don't use zinc. That's
when you use it, you'll understand what we're talking about. It's very hard to cut.
Well, it's not only that. Yeah, it's hard to bend. It doesn't. Right. Honestly, it doesn't look good. So. I'm sorry.
Julie's here.
Hey, Julie.
Mimi says it's raining in Seattle, and of course, right?
Right.
It's always raining in Seattle, and so Brenda's in Wichita, Kansas. That's right. Hey, Brenda. So hello to everyone all over the United States.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in tonight, everybody.
So while we're waiting on some more questions to come in, let's talk a little bit about Glass Eye 2000 and
Rapid Resizer.
Rapid Resizer, yes. I'm sorry.
No, we're good. I can't hardly remember the Rapid Resizer name, but yeah, I got it in my head today.
Okay. So Glass Eye 2000, I looked into that today, and then Ed started looking at Rapid Resizer. So you want to tell us about your experience on that a little bit?
Well, with the Rapid Resizer, I found out for my 30-day free trial, I did have to put a credit card in. So what I did, because this isn't something that I can spend a whole lot of time on in a very short period of time. So I jumped right in and went ahead and bought an annual subscription. Now, prior to my subscription running out, they'll let me know and I can decide to keep it or turn it away. But I did get it for a year. One thing that I like about this Rapid Resizer, guys, is that everything that Barb and I use here in the glass studio, and some, not all at home, everything is in the cloud. So this Rapid Resizer I can work out of the cloud with, which means, guess what? I don't need a machine with a hard drive on it. Everything's in the cloud. I can pull it down, put it away, do whatever I need. And with the Rapid Resizer Pro, I can print, unlimited resizings. I get the stencil maker with it, resize text and picture, get an ink saver, which I think that just kind of what that does is it makes your lines a little bit smaller so that you don't use such ink. The one thing that I really like about the professional edition of this is that I can save my designs. You know what? I used to keep them in cardboard boxes rolled up in tubes. So, and it also has color designs with swatches. And then the other thing is I can, I can figure the materials on a job, but man, it's always nice to have a good backup. And this Pro Rapid Resizer comes with a material calculator. So we just popped something out real quick today. You know our address, it's 708. So what we're doing is we're thinking, and I'm pretty sure we're probably going to do this. This is how it all works. You tape this together, okay? This is 708. I think we can see that.
Yeah, we found that was the easiest font to read from the road. We're pretty
Yeah,
far off the road.
We're pretty far off the road, but this is our numerals for our transom above our front door. Now we use 6-inch letters and 6-inch numbers here, and because we keyed in the size of our transom, which is 35 by 16. So this gave us in the middle perfect size numerals. And once we put them inside, we're going to put a panel inside of a panel, I think, right? Is that what we're going to try to do?
This is going to be painted.
Okay, so we're going to paint this.
We're going to paint that.
Okay.
And it's going to be on a piece of glass.
Okay.
And then we're just going to put a border around it.
And then we're just going to finish out the transom with it. So
borders, I don't know.
I don't know.
See.
But anyway,
it might be an oval. I have no idea.
The really cool thing about
it might not be that font either.
No, and it may not be those numbers.
Yeah, it'll be those numbers. But the font might change. But it was so easy that
click,
it was
click,
like,
and
hey,
it was
I got to
printing.
show this tonight. That was so easy.
Yeah.
The first thing that comes up is text.
Right. And the best part, honestly, the really best part about it, you can scan your designs in, you can do all that, and it comes out exact size. However, the main thing for me is I didn't have to go buy another computer because I wanted to use Rapid Resizer. I'm in the cloud. I can't say I didn't buy another computer because Barbara did get me a new computer this year. Yeah. So I do have a new computer, but hey, it's just a quick Chromebook. Everything's in the cloud, $359 out the door. And you can do this program and it'll do a lot. And I'm gonna check it out some more and continue to do more things with it so that I can learn more about it.
The Pro saves your design.
Saving your design is imperative, I think.
Because on the yearly,
you don't want to keep starting over.
Yeah, on the yearly $39 would be more for a hobbyist that just prints out patterns and makes them. But the other two.
So instead of the $29 or $12 a month, I just paid for it for a year, and I saved myself $24.
Okay.
So that was good.
I think it's a great value. So compare that to Glass Eye. Glass Eye is more expensive for the standard edition. Is more expensive than Rapid Resizer Pro. Looking at what you get for your money, they look comparable for the standard edition for Glass Eye, which is $150, and Rapid Resizer, which is $119
for the Pro.
Right. For the good program. Now you can go up to the professional edition for Glass Eye. You can go up to the Enterprise edition. More and more thing, a lot of value there. A lot of value there. The thing about Glass Eye is it's a window-based program. My problem was I have one window-based computer that I use to do some accounting on that I can only do on that computer on a window-based program.
That's right.
So I have to use that computer, and I just happen to have it's a little laptop. I was worried that I would not be able to download Glass Eye because of the amount of space I had, but it downloaded easy. It didn't take any time at all. And so I was glad about that. I didn't have to put a credit card in, 30-day free trial. So to me, that's perfect. I went in, I got my 30-day free trial. So we're going to kind of play with both of them. It gave us a chance to look at both programs.
Right.
And there you go. And we'll let you know how this works.
Yeah, so we'll keep letting you know a little bit more and more about the program as we go through it. And because I'm sure that we're going to keep one of them, and we're not sure which one yet. So, but we are going to keep one of these two programs. And we may keep them both because the Glass Eye, once you buy it, right?
Glass Eye, it's yours.
Okay.
It goes on your computer, and I think that they give now. This is another thing. They give you a certain amount of time for customer support. So each program you get so much customer support. I think
This
Rapid
is-
Resizers customer support, just email us your question and we'll be happy to answer it.
Right. And
So that might be better. I
yeah,
don't
this
know.
is just email us your questions and you'll get your support right back right away.
Another thing that Glass Eye has that the other program has is the bevels. This has the whole selection of bevels are. So if you're really into bevels, you might want to use that. But we'll see what they are.
Right.
We'll see the differences and let you know. I just saw this right here. Brenda said she bought a die cutter to cut her patterns on vinyl, and it was a game changer. I just recently bought a Cricut. So I don't know if it's a Cricut or not, but yes, I can see that working. I haven't really got into that yet either, but I hope you're enjoying it, and I'm glad that it is a game changer. And we will look into that in the future too, because I know that's possible to do that. So yeah, nice. So let us know what your experience with those two programs are, and share them here on the Q&A.
Yeah, share them with us. You know, if you have that particular program and it's working for you, just let us know.
Yeah. And so we are probably going to go and let's see, what time is it? What time is it? Do you want to do your glass chat now?
Yeah, we can. We can.
Let's see.
While we're waiting on some more questions.
Yeah. And then we can always come back.
Sure.
Let's do glass chat. How about that?
Yeah, so hey everybody, welcome to Glass Chat tonight.
Go ahead.
Hey. I got a little something we had a job come in today, and I just want to share it with you in case you have somebody that may need something like this done. Okay. So this lamp
I can move this.
Is a brass filigree lamp. Okay. And it has bent glass panels in it. So it looks to me as if the glass that's here in this is the Kokomo 359. So it's a dark green, wispy, lime green, white, and amber. So, but I wanted to show you this lamp because you have to be very fragile with it because you can't be moving it in and out. These 6 panels are cast, and then there's a piece of almost like the size of a coat hanger that runs down each one of these, and they're welded, brazed together. So if you ever get one of these that's apart, keep in mind you're going to have to braze it. You can't solder it. Okay, it must be brazed, and in order to be brazed, you have to take all of the glass out of it. So Ed and Barb are making 3 panels for this, and this is what we really enjoy doing. What we do is we're going to make a mold of the panel, of one of the bent panels.
Did he bring us any extras, or is it just
no?
What's
This is
it?
it. This is
oh,
what's
we've got to do 3.
We have to do 3 panels.
Okay.
Yeah. So of course we'll turn it over and we'll take a flat block of wood and we'll take all the brass and we'll get it all put back in where it belongs, where you can feel it. Okay. And you need to make sure that when you feel that it's flowing with the glass that you're getting ready to make for it. So keep in mind what you have to do with this is you have to make a mold. Okay. Then the mold has to be fired to dry out for about 12 or 14 hours at about 500 degrees. And then we're going to slump 3 pieces of glass. We're going to put them back into the brass filigree, and then we're going to send this bad boy back to the customer. And that whole process, of course, getting the glass is going to be the toughest part, and that process will take about probably 8 or 10 weeks.
Yeah. And did you tell me about the little clips?
No, but I'm going to let you look in here. I'll turn this up. So these little tiny brass clips are what hold these pieces of glass in. They just fold over it. This was a really popular lamp back in the 30s and 40s. And it's quite a shame that they knocked it over. Yeah, they knocked it over.
That
But
happens a lot.
happens all the time. And this thing is pretty heavy. I mean, it's
That's why.
brass.
That's why.
And all it does is sit on the base. There is nothing. It just sits on the base.
So you were telling them about the clips.
Yeah. So the clips on here, you have limited mobility for bending it back and forth. So make sure that you don't bend them too far. You want to keep them straight when you take them off of the glass. Keep them straight. Don't bend them back that way because that forces them to weaken.
Yeah.
And once you
don't do the wiggle thing.
Yeah, don't do the wiggle thing on them because
just bend them up gently.
Yeah, and take your time with it.
Take the glass out. Leave it like that, and then when you put the glass in, just bend it back
and leave it alone.
They will break.
Yeah, don't fool around with it. Just do it. Make it exact and go on about your business to the next one.
Because it's just a little tiny. They're just little tiny pieces of pot
brass
metal.
Yeah,
brass metal.
And they're brazed on to that brass.
This is brass,
material.
Right?
Yeah, this is brass.
A lot of times we get them their pot metal.
And you can't do nothing with those.
Okay.
So we don't want to. But anyway, these lamps here, I really enjoy working with them simply because it's kind of ironic that my great grandfather was a mold maker and actually and worked in a foundry, and my grandfather was a mold maker and worked for Bethlehem Steel out on Fells Point in Baltimore, Maryland. So it's only, unliking that I should be a mold maker too. So I am.
There you go.
There you have it. I make molds.
Okay.
If y'all have a problem with where somebody brings you a bent panel lamp and you're not sure about how to make the mold, I'll be happy to make them for you. They're not cheap, but I will be happy to make your molds.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Mary Beth has another question. She forgot to ask what size lead cane should she get?
How big is the window, Mary Beth?
Can you put that in the comments? How big is the window?
Just size-wise.
We'll be happy to help you with that.
20 by 18, whatever.
Yeah. So it depends on the size of the window. Okay. Ray wanted to know, will you have to mold or bend the glass for the lamp? Yes.
We will bend the glass in the kiln after we prepare the mold and kiln wash it. And so once we do that, then the mold will go into the kiln and the glass will be cut and it'll be laid on top of it. And then on the upside or the outside, we will use a spray A or an anti-devertification spray.
I'm looking at that. And are you aware that those glass pieces are different sizes all the way around? Okay, because that's going to be tricky. That's going to be real tricky.
Well, so we're going to make the mold to fit straight across.
I got you. Okay.
And then each piece of glass will be cut according to what it needs to be.
Oh. And then you'll cut that other piece last.
Yeah. This is an unusual lamp because it's...
each piece is different.
Yeah. It's small and large, small and large, small and large.
Yeah. Okay.
And this, I'm not sure, but I believe it's cherry blossoms. It's awesome. It's a beautiful filigree lamp. I haven't ever seen one like this one before.
Okay. All right. So, Mary Beth, let us know what size window you're using. So, say she's making a 12 by 12 window.
We'll just use 3/16, or I wouldn't use 1/8 inch lead, but 3/16 lead.
It's pretty versatile.
Yeah, and use your high heart or your number
11.
2.
I get.
Did you guess it? Okay,
18 by 11.
3/16 lead is fine. Copper foil, and actually. That's a window that's small enough that you can put zinc around the outside of it. And that'll be fine because of its size. It's small enough that you don't have to worry about it. That sounds like a great first project.
Okay. Brenda asked again. Let's see, Brenda. Okay. Someone asked her to repair a lead panel with the interior glass crack. She's done the foil, but not the lead. Any advice on how to remove the interior piece? Yeah.
Well,
So we
Brenda,
have a video on that,
we do.
don't we?
Yeah, we have a video on how to repair a piece of glass.
Let me see if I can find it for you, and I will put the link in the comments. In the meantime, let's talk to...
First thing you want to do, though, Brenda, is get that broken glass out of the opening. Just score it, and break it out.
Yeah. Go to the stained glass repairs. But in the meantime, I'll look at it while we're talking. I'll see if I can find it. Okay, Mimi has a question. She is looking for some glass that could resemble lava, and she likes the oceanside crackle. Okay, she can only find it in clear. Any ideas for any other suggestions? Her instructor wants her to paint it, but she would prefer not to. Can you stack it?
She probably could if she's foiling it. You could stack the different colors to get the color that you're looking for.
If it's clear.
And then you can do the clear crackle over top of it, and you can laminate those together just by copper foil in the edges and tacking them together.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany would stack 6 or 8, 10 pieces of glass to achieve a color that he wanted. So don't be afraid to attach 2 or 3 of them, for sure.
Yeah. So depending on your window, you may be able to, stack your crackle over the color or the texture of glass that you want. I don't know if it'll be too thick for your project, but that's a possibility.
Yeah, crackle glass
Yes.
used to come in a multitude of colors, but it was made overseas.
Yeah, and
We have
I don't
green.
have any crackle.
I'm green.
Hmm? You have a green crackle over there?
Somewhere. Yeah.
Okay. We're
A
going to
small
see if we
piece
could
of it.
show you an example. Let's see if
There
we
it is,
can do
right
that. Okay, let's see if we can show you an example.
I'm moving slow, y'all.
But he's moving. He's not as slow as he was last week. Okay. When crackle was $18.80 a square foot. I don't even think you can see that.
You probably won't be able to see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
This is a light green crackle.
yeah, it's hard to see. But take that little piece of crackle and put it on different color glass and you'll find that solution.
Yeah, because the orange crackle is going to be hard to come by because they're only making stuff now that sell. They're not making it because they can. They're
And you probably just need a little bit, don't you? And little bits and you got it.
Yeah,
girl.
if your instructor
got
was
it.
wanting you to paint it, I'd layer it and go on because
That'll make it even more
Yeah, that's
interesting,
awesome.
especially you could overlay it if you wanted to.
Yeah. So you could put the clear crackle in there, and then when you're finished with the piece, flip it over and stack your colors behind the clear crackle so that when you hang it, you get that color lava that you're looking for.
It's gonna be gorgeous.
It'll be gorgeous.
Okay. So that's good. That's good. Any other questions for us?
Kind of like stepping out of the space shuttle. Hang on.
What are you talking about?
It's all good. No, when you try
Oh.
something different and new,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
exciting,
yeah.
you know?
Step outside
I'm,
of your little
I'm
box.
excited for you.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. That's just so, oh, man.
Okay, so we need to find the video on. I wish I knew all 100 of them by heart, but I don't.
Well, I think the one is the one you're looking for, the one that we've repaired the window in the church, where we took it out, took the glass, the broken glass out, and then inserted the new glass without removing.
Okay, so bear with me.
Bear with us.
Just 1 second. Okay.
So because it is a lead window, you don't open the back of the lead up per se, but you have like 1/8 of an inch inside each.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You have 1/8 of an inch inside of each piece of lead. So if you take and cut the piece of glass if you take and cut the piece of glass so that it goes in the bottom and in the side and just barely squeezes by the lead on the top and the other side, you can push that down, center it, putty it, and that piece of glass will never come out of there. It's called a flush glaze technique.
Okay.
Magali, you made it home. Oh, Magali.
Hi, Magali. Yeah, the video that I was referring to for the advice fixing a crack in the stained glass on the lead is the name of the video is How to Do Stained Glass Repairs. And if you go to our list of videos and just go on search, you can find it.
I hope that'll help
How to do stained glass repairs. And there's a couple repair videos in there you might be interested in. So, yeah, Magali came. Y'all know Magali from...
She showed up in our parking lot yesterday at 1 o'clock.
So we met her whole family.
Yeah, thanks for having your family and introducing your family to us, Magali. It was awesome.
It was awesome to meet you too, Magali, and meet your family. Lovely family she has. So they took a whirlwind tour back to Florida. The nice, warm state of Florida.
Well, I'm glad y'all had a safe trip. So.
Myrna Marie says she's glad you're doing good with your new hip.
I am, Myrna, and I tell you what happens is that, you know, PT day or physical therapy day is the day that yeah, it's a rough day for me. I do my exercises, you know, during the week at my own pace, but today we stepped everything up to 30 of whatever, and I'm just like over it today. It was crazy.
It was crazy.
And thank God she said, I'll see you Friday.
Yep. So do we have any more questions, or should I pull one of the questions out from the comments on the videos this week? I can do that.
Okay.
Some of these we've been asked over and over again. So I'm just going to kind of make sure I'm not going, you know, doing the same thing over again.
Right.
But there's always questions about solder.
Soldering will make you or break you in the stained glass business. So, and the only thing, I mean, people can give you techniques of soldering, but you have to develop that yourself. It's not something that you can read in a book, or even I can tell you. I can show you and tell you, but you personally are going to develop a technique that is so comfortable and will be unbelievable to your stained glass friends. The technique that you develop yourself for soldering will take you over the top. And
it takes a lot of practice. It's not something you just learn overnight.
You just don't walk in it.
Yeah. So it's an exciting field, and everyone has their own style. Right. That's what's good about it. You don't have to do it a certain way. You can think outside the box and go in different directions that no one has gone before. I mean, it's right. Unlimited out there. There's
and don't be afraid to step off the curb.
Yep.
Well, check for traffic first, but don't be afraid to step off the curb.
Okay.
I have such a way with words.
You do. Okay, so I mean, do you want me to?
Go ahead.
Do you still want to go with questions, or do you want to show a piece of glass you were talking about earlier?
Oh no, because I have to get up for that.
Okay. Yeah, it's not going to get up too much tonight.
I'm not going to get up too much tonight.
He had a rough day in PT. It wasn't that rough, but there was a lot of...
It's easy for her to say. She was working on the computer.
Yeah. Oh, did you guys see the new video we put out today?
We just put one out today.
How to cut big glass circles.
With a big glass cutter. With a big circle cutter.
Well, it was a medium circle.
That's right. That was the medium one.
So check that out. Ed's cutting a big circle back there. We got a couple other videos, but they're not finished yet.
Mike, yeah, we have used hobby cane before. We usually buy our lead because we use such quantities of it. We usually buy the 50-pound boxes. However, the hobby cane is a great way to save on shipping and, get other materials in with it. The only thing you have to do about the hobby cane is do make sure you still stretch it. Okay. And if you're only getting like 3-foot lengths of hobby cane, shorten your stretching apparatus up so that you can stretch that too, because they're not going to stretch your lead for you. It costs too much money, time wise, labor wise, to do that. So
Yeah. So
I mean, we used hobby lead a lot over the years. Sure.
A lot of updates with the family. I just want to brag a little bit.
Yeah, something we never thought.
Okay, our oldest grandson is graduating in June with a PhD in mathematical engineering from
the University of Chicago,
Illinois. In Illinois, in June. Our middle grandson just won the 400
meter. That's our youngest grandson.
Oh, yeah, our baby grandson just won the
400 meter hurdles.
Number 1.
First place.
And then came in second
for the 100 meter hurdle.
He was invited. They have these invitationals. They have 5 high schools there. He's just turned 16, got his driver's license, making A and B's. We're so proud of him.
He's crazy.
Mason, if you're watching, he's got a YouTube channel too.
Yeah.
Mason videos.
Mason, if you're watching, congratulations, Buddy Rowe. Parker, if you're watching, keep up all the good work, because everybody loves you and you're doing a great job.
So
and our oldest grandson, Taylor, buddy, we look forward to seeing you soon.
Yeah. So Parker's got his learner's permit. He isn't driving yet, but he's got a full-time job and he's doing great. So everybody's doing good, and our grandchild in New York is doing good, and
and our son in New York is doing good, and our
daughter. So everybody's fine. So I had to call my mother and tell her everything was good. She was real happy to hear that.
Yeah.
So that's enough of that.
So that's a good report.
But I hope that everything is going well in your world.
I hope so. I truly do. And don't forget, if you can, maybe mentor somebody in this stained glass. Somebody needs a little help. Try to help them out if you can, because we all need a little help every now and then.
That's great.
Yeah.
So you have anything else you need to share tonight?
Not necessarily. We are working on some projects. I finished the drawing for the church up in North Carolina in the bottom section that got kicked out by somebody that wanted to be in the church without using the doors.
We have a cabinet door video coming up. If you remember, back in January, we did a little video on a little cabinet door that we were doing for the customer, and that was a sample. We were
hoping we got the job.
No, we had the job.
Oh, that's right, because we did the sample.
We contracted for the job. The customer wanted the sample before the contract, and we're like, well, we can't do that. It doesn't work that way. We can't do something for free. So we got the contract. We said, we'll do you a sample, because at some point your work has to speak for itself, and so we said, okay, we can't get the window ready till March. And he said, well, can you do a sample for the customer, because they have to wait? And we said, of course. So we showed you that video of that sample that we did.
Start to finish.
But now we're going to follow that up with a video on the process of doing 10 windows, 10 cabinet door glasses that are different sizes, the simple process.
Same pattern, just different sizes.
Different sizes. And the simple way to do that, and the process for that. And it'll be a short video, but I think Ed's got some really, really good tips that you're going to enjoy.
I think so. I hope so. I hope you're going to enjoy them.
I wanted to tell you about that. And of course, next Monday, be writing down your questions if you have questions.
Write down your questions for us.
And we'll be happy
we're here. And we'll be happy to answer them. We're hanging out. We're having a beautiful evening, actually, and it's kind of funny to look outside and it's not even dark yet.
I know, it's just getting dark here.
Yeah, it's just getting a little bit dark here. Of course, 29 tonight, but tomorrow, 58. So I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Lots going
Thank
on.
you, everyone, for the congratulations. I know I was so
Yeah.
proud. I got so much good news at one time, I just had to share it. So,
Yeah, and I want to say a big shout out to Pat Coe. It was great talking to you on Saturday. Had a good
yeah,
time. It was wonderful. It was a great morning, and great talking to you and finding out a little more about what you do, and you finding out a lot more about what we do.
so yeah, so I'm trying to follow through on some videos that we have promised in the past. We thought about doing the glue chip video, the
Well,
weather, but the weather.
yeah, it's not cooperating when we have when we have all the humidity and the snow and the cold weather. The glue chip has to dry, so we want to make sure that we get everything right for
So
everybody.
James Stevens checked in.
You know who the
Hey,
James?
James.
Hey, James. Good to talk to you.
Good.
It's great
good.
to see you.
It's great to see you. And Julie said congratulations, and everybody, Ray and Magali, and so yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, always have lots of stories.
Yeah, well, I don't think
Not
we
tonight,
have,
though.
I don't think we have time for that.
We don't have any time for
So
stories.
someone asked about glass painting. What is the best glass paint, and why do you have to fire it? That was the question. They were talking about the hobby paint that is in Hobby Lobby, and I think you have to heat that up too.
Yeah,
right?
but still, I mean, if you're going to go through all the trouble to paint something, please do it. Do it with the products that are out there available.
Right.
So you're going to use Rocher paints, okay? If you're going to be painting on glass. The other thing is they need to be fired because these are powdered glass. They're enamels. They're powdered glass, okay? If they don't fire to 890 degrees up to 1150, they're not going to stick on the glass.
Right.
At all. So, don't think that you can really go to Hobby Lobby and get a simple paint and sell your customer something that is going to come off. I wouldn't do that, but learning how to paint will change your work if you take the time to learn how to paint on glass.
And that's just another step in learning.
It's another
all the processes that you need to do your work the way that you want to do it. You may not need to learn how to paint or put permanent paint on the glass.
Yeah.
But if you need to, we've got videos there for you to learn how to do
Sure,
that.
we do. And we use the Rocher paints.
Yeah.
And they're just, we've been using them ever since we started painting on glass.
So Mimi wants to know, could the rapid resizer work on the different size panels for the cabinet doors?
With the simple design that we're using, yeah, I guess it could, because see, with the cabinet doors, like you saw yesterday, or I'm sorry, Mimi, if you're going to use the rapid resizer, yeah, because what it's going to do is you just key in your border size, and your borders are going to be the same size all the way around your cabinet doors. What's going to change is the center piece of glass. The center piece of glass is going to be either smaller or larger. Well, you'll see the cabinet doors that we're doing, they have a 2-inch border all the way around them. And because there are 12 doors and 6 different sizes, all of them have a 2-inch border, but just the center panel, it has changed, right?
Right. So if you were doing a cabinet doors that were a little bit more complicated than the doors that we're going to show you in this video, I think rapid resizer would be the way to go, because that middle piece, you're probably going to have to change some dimensions and things.
Sure.
So it'd be easier for that. But this, in the middle of these pieces, it's just one piece of glass. So
it's a very
it might
simple,
be overkill to put it in rapid resizer for that.
It's just what the doors we're doing. Yeah.
It's a simple pattern. But yes, you could do cabinet doors in rapid resizer. But you'll see when you see this video how simple it is. And it's just a matter of stripping out your glass. So that's the easy part about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What a great night we've had.
Yeah, we've had a good night. We appreciate everybody coming out.
And we
And-
appreciate Magali and her family coming by to see us yesterday,
Yeah, if y'all are ever in town,
or
give
in the
us a
Myrtle
call.
Beach area, please
Myrtle
call
Beach
us.
area, give us a call, and we'll be happy to meet you here at the store, and we'll give you a little short tour. Maybe it'll be a little bit more cleaned up than it was when Magali came. It was kind of messy.
We've been gone for
Don't
6
tell
weeks.
anybody.
Don't tell anybody, Magali, but it was kind of messy. I'm sorry.
Okay. So,
But she did get to see where her Christmas ornaments were made that she purchased
Yeah,
for her family.
yeah.
So.
How about?
Hey, everybody. You know, we probably got some people out there just kind of waiting in the wings beside watching what's going on. If this channel and Barbara and I talking about all the things that go on, if this has helped you, please give us a subscription, hit the subscribe button, or maybe just a thumbs up. You know, Ray, he's the king of the thumbs up. Everybody get us a thumbs up. And, you know, once you subscribe, then what you want to do is go right above that and ring that bell, because that'll let you know when we're coming on live at our next interval.
Thank you, Ed. I appreciate that.
That's my bell.
And you can learn stained glass at your own pace on the RDRV
Glass Studio
channel.
That's
and
right.
You can go to conwayglass.com, RDRV, and check out some of the things that we have there, some past videos and some more information. And we appreciate it. We appreciate you guys. And if you have any more questions, go ahead and write them in the comments, because we're still here.
Yeah, we haven't gone anywhere. We're hanging out. But we did get started on the on those programs we told you about. So that made us feel better. And because it's a lot, you know, it's a lot by the time we, just like everybody else, by the time we work all day long, and then we want to go home and we want to make sure that we try to follow through with what we tell you guys we're going to be doing. So
Yeah, I had a hard time figuring out, well, where should I download this program, because my Mac is like really full, and I remembered I had that Windows-based computer, so that worked out good. So keep that in mind. If you want an easy way, rapid resizer in the cloud. You won't have to fill up your computer with a program.
And you can do it monthly. You don't have to go the $119 like I did to save the $24. But I see myself working with this for a while, so it only made sense to try and save a little bit of money, if we could. So
yeah. So what do you want to talk about?
Oh, I don't know. Let's talk about.
Let's
We got some projects coming up. We got some painting. I need to stand up for a second, guys.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I think I'm going to have to take him home and fix him some supper.
I just need to stand up.
He's having something going on. Wait.
I got my cane, everybody. It's good.
You okay?
Yeah, I just need to stand up for a second.
Okay, he's okay.
That's all. Yeah, I'm all right. It's just PT day is really rough on me because
I don't know if they can hear you, hon.
Okay, so yeah, physical therapy day is rough on Ed just because they make me work a lot harder than I make myself work.
Yeah, they do. She pushes them, but somebody has to.
Well, and I don't mind the pushing, but you know, it's just like after she's gone, I pay for it the rest of the time that I'm breathing that day.
Okay.
Holy cow.
Okay. I think we need to go. It's kind of slow tonight. We don't have a whole lot of questions. I think the time change just kind of messed us up.
I don't know about
the cold weather.
Yeah.
We're tired. Good job on the PT. Ray said he's with you. And Ray, I hope you're doing good as well.
Yeah, I hope you are, buddy. I hope you're doing well. So the PT, man, it'll eat you up, and they don't care.
They don't care. She don't care. She said, "Oh, just give me 10 more."
Yeah. Yeah, and Barbara's over there going 10 more, huh? Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna be hurting.
I know when she says we need to go to the kitchen.
That's the hard
I'm
stuff.
in trouble.
Yeah, that's the hard
Yeah,
stuff.
because walking around the block is the easy part. That's easy. But it's
Okay.
been great seeing everybody tonight. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. And next week, bring your questions. I don't care how
Goofy you might think
goofy
they
you
are.
think they might be.
Please do.
Please bring your questions, and we'll be happy to answer them. And probably next week we might have a
Well,
drawing.
might have a couple projects going that we can show some photographs of.
Mhm.
I know we're finishing up the cabinet doors in the morning when we get in, and we'll finish puttying them and get them installed and let our customer know.
Oh yeah, I have to finish that video. So yes, and I'm going to show you how they look all installed, and you know, because
It's
that
all
can be a
awesome.
little bit trying doing cabinet doors when you have so many
Yeah.
different sizes.
So don't forget, if anybody brings you one of these bent panel lamps, and if it's something that when we get to it, once we get the glass here, I will show you guys how to make the mold. So
Yeah. So that's
that's a lamp repair.
lamp repair, and I don't think there is
don't-
anything on YouTube about bent panel
About bent panel
I
lamps.
don't know. Maybe I'll look it up.
We might have to,
A
but you know,
tax video, like how you manage the cost of goods sold. How I manage the costs of goods sold. Okay. The business of stained glass. It's so exciting, isn't it? Here at tax time. Okay. That is a possibility.
you
That's
know
a
the
good
main
question.
thing you have to keep
How
up
do
with
I manage
are
it?
your.
I have QuickBooks.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are your taxes? You know,
Yeah, taxes.
sales tax.
Cost
And-
of goods sold is your materials
Yeah, the materials
and
that
your
you buy.
supplies.
Yeah, that you purchase, even if it's toilet paper.
No.
No, that's the
That's
wrong
not
kind of
costly.
supplies.
Cost of goods sold is your supplies and materials
Yeah.
that you use to create. the
So
project.
every time you call Oceanside and you have them ship you some glass, or you call Bullseye, all of that is your cost of goods sold.
So at the end of the year, your cost of goods sold, you would count up your inventory and figure that at cost, which would be your glass inventory, your lead inventory, and all that.
Right.
Your closed boxes,
And your full sheets only.
full sheets only. And then you deduct that from your cost of goods sold. And then you have your true cost of goods sold.
And that gives you what you pay for
Because
your
not
property
all that
taxes.
you paid for was used. Some of that is inventory,
Right.
if that makes sense. And I think that's right.
It is. That's how we do it. I get stuck
It's
with
right. I
inventory,
know.
full sheets and full boxes only. Give that information to Barbara,
And then I do.
and then she does the deducting, and
Yeah.
she takes care
But
of
you
that.
got to count your inventory at the end of the year. If you haven't done it yet, do an estimate, write it down, and
Yeah, and only count full sheets and closed boxes.
yes.
Don't you know?
Don't
You
count-
don't need to
don't
count
count
3
each-
bevels.
No, you
No.
don't need to count half.
You got a
sheets,
box of
quarter
30?
sheets or anything like that. Just your how you buy it, your full sheets, and your full
Yeah.
and your full spools of
Hobby lead.
solder, and
And
those
then
kind of
also
things.
you want to keep in mind that you know, if you're doing, you know, you have a full bottle of flux, and then you have a bottle of flux that's not even, you only want to count the full bottle that hadn't been opened. So
Other is used. So that's how you kind of.
that's how you
figure it out.
differentiate between the two.
How do you calculate how much a piece of glass costs if you don't have a price? Look it up and find the current value and charge that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have glass in my rack here, Magali, that is $6.50 a pound, and Bullseye hadn't been $6.50 a pound in 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, so Bullseye's $20 and $25 a pound now, probably.
Yeah, I can't imagine what the glass prices, how they have gone up, but I would look up the current price
And make sure that you.
and make sure you're covered in case you have to buy more. If you're trying to figure a job, and they
Yeah.
want a certain glass, I would just look up the current price so that you're covered just in case you have to order more glass for that particular job, if that's what you think you might do. But
Right.
I hope that answers your question.
I hope it does. It should.
Okay, I'm going to take this man home. And
She's going to hobble me down. I'm glad we got a ramp. You know, we spent a lot of money when we renovated this building and we put in a really nice ramp. And I am so happy we did.
oh, what if the glass isn't made anymore? Then what? I wouldn't put that in a job if you think you're going to need more. But yeah, I mean, you just
do you know the manufacturer? Because you can find
get an
it
average
sometimes.
price. You can get an average price.
Yeah. Most glass now is about $15 to $18 a square foot.
Yeah, I don't think you'll go wrong.
No.
If it's something that you really think is valuable,
Keep it.
keep it, right?
Keep it, right? Yeah.
You could call the manufacturer. Yeah, average price. Look at the average price. You'll know once you get in there. Well, this looks, it's got pink. I know it's more, or whatever.
Yeah, and if
You'll
it's
know, or
modeled,
orange.
it's more. If it's orange or red, it's more.
Yeah.
So all of those things you just need to consider all of those factors.
Yep. Any more questions? All right, we're going to head out.
Hugs, everybody.
Yes. Thank
I'm
you
Ed.
so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week, Monday night at 7 o'clock, just as usual.
Monday at sharp at 7. See
At
you then.
7 p.m.